Just don't talk for a second.
That's gonna be hard.
Going live. Alrighty, we are live. We didn't get our challenges set up beforehand, but that's all right. Just don't talk for a second.
That's gonna be hard.
Going live. Alrighty, we are live. I'm getting my own doubled audio somehow. We didn't get our challenges set up beforehand, but that's all right. Just don't talk for a second. Oh no.
Not through any
James,
of
you got to post your
my
YouTube
own
channel.
Doubled audio somehow. The live link.
I mean, people
no.
can find it, but like you should post it now.
I agree. Oh no. But I gotta figure out this
James,
audio
you gotta, post
thing first.
YouTube channel.
Doubled audio somehow. The live link.
Yeah, he posted the link in video plays.
Yeah, the link is there, but everybody's listening to me twice. Why it's muted? Yeah, the link is there, but everybody's listening to me twice. Oh no, audio catastrophe.
Audio's the hardest part about this.
The link is there, but and I misspelled catastrophe as well. No, audio catastrophe. Why is it grabbing it twice?
Audio's the hardest part about this.
And I misspelled catastrophe as well. No, audio catastrophe. Why is it grabbing it twice? Oh, this is annoying. Somebody that's done YouTube streaming before, do you know why it's doubled?
It's got to be from Streamlabs, so
yeah,
you see two bars moving up and down when you're talking. Oh, look, it's you.
Oh, this is annoying. Yeah, I've just got my desktop audio, which should just be grabbing
It's got to be
Discord,
from Streamlabs, so
and then my microphone.
Bars moving up and down when you're talking.
It's up, but it's muted. Yeah, I've just got my desktop.
Can you turn off your audio coming to Discord? Well, I guess then we wouldn't be able to hear you.
I've solved it. I figured it out. I had it open in another window also.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and stop the recording, but not the stream, and then we can restart the recording, so at least the after the fact version will be cleaner. All right. So here we go. Ready, set. Alrighty, it's time for the greatest exhibition battle idea in the history of the VBLS, the Daddy Plan 2 Switcheroo, featuring myself and the father and creator of the Daddy Plan, omgitsdaddy. Hello, Daddy. How are you?
I'm doing very well. One of us is about to get embarrassed, and it's probably not going to be me. So
it could be. I mean, I did just spend 3 minutes panicking about doubled audio, so I think it's already me.
The thing is, it can't be me. I really can't lose. You know what I mean? Because either my team wins or I win. So, right? I guess it goes the same for you.
Yeah.
Nobody loses in this scenario here.
Sam says I'm louder than everybody else. Sam, is that a little better? We'll find out soon enough. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get our battle set up. But in the meantime, we've got two other people here as well. We've got Steve and Jordan to provide some commentary for us and discuss the matchup here. So, what do the two of you think about this nonsense that me and Daddy have created?
Give me an image of that matchup. I already know Daddy's team's amazing.
All right.
And so I'm gonna expect Daddy's draft, James's pilot, to win this, but let's look at it all together.
Yeah, I think the main thing that came through during the regular season is that James's team was a little bit lacking on the damage. A lot of support, a lot of beefy mons, but not enough damage. Whereas Daddy's team has a lot of support, a lot of beefy mons, and a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the key missing ingredient, right? Is you need At the core, you need a big number to start it off, right? If you're going to threaten a one-hit KO, it starts with having a big attack stat, and Daddy's got some bigger ones here, the Magnezone, Dragonite, even, so Sylveon with the ability, Dust Noir, like really strong mons, and then the mons that are like a good combination of offense and defense, like Rhydon and Golisopod. They're just like a little bit stronger than some of these like Tentacruels, and Noivern's just a little bit lacking, so... it's whether Daddy as pilot can bring some setup, can bring some cool disruptive abilities to try to buy himself that extra time he's going to need.
I agree, and we got the first game. I don't.
Excellent.
Imagine they're going to set up all three.
Yeah, we're gonna get all three set up here real quick, and then
what mons do we expect to see in this?
So I see the brings. I don't know if the people on stream see the brings here. So I'm expecting Sylveon, right? When I played James, he's got a tough fairy matchup, and Alchemy is just hipster Sylveon. So Sylveon's going to be good here, and which means that if Daddy's seeing the matchup, he knows that he's got to beat a Sylveon. So we're probably going to see Tentacruel. We're going to maybe see some poison jabs as coverage. So maybe a Como-O. I mean, Como is just so good. I think it's the best mon on James's draft, Daddy's team here. So I think we got to find a way to make Como work despite two fairies on James's team.
Two fairies and another dragon as well. Plus, you got the psychic flying types. Obviously, good into a Como. Intimidate if it wants to go physical. It's a tough game to bring a Como, really, but it is like his heaviest hitter and most reliable hitter, so I feel like you basically always have to bring it.
Agree. So so I see the brings here. Am I allowed to talk about them yet?
I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to it here so that the world can see. So we've got our two teams up here.
Yeah, we got it's on screen now, James.
Yep. Everybody should be able to see it. Once the real world catches up with where we're at. But yep, it's
So we got the Sableye, Hippowdon, Omastar, Stoutland, Como, and Uxie versus the Sylveon, Tauros, Dusknoir, Dragonite, Poliwrath, and Sigilif.
So Daddy's team threatens a couple of weather options. We have Hippowdon plus Stoutland. We have Omastar plus Prankster Raindance with Sableye. So he can go in either direction there. We're just going to have to see what happens. And then we've got these classic heavy hitters on James's team. Less of the Trick Room angle that Daddy's got good mileage out of during the season, the Golisopod and the other Trick Room sweeper. So he's going to be trying to go fast, I expect. Let's see what he does.
We can probably cut this in post, but I am not seeing game 2, and every time I invite you, it says that we're already in an active challenge.
Well,
this has never happened before.
That's literally never happened.
Editors, get on this.
Yeah, we'll cut this later.
Hold on.
You could just play game 1?
Yeah, let's just play game 1, and then we'll move on from there.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm going to deafen myself so I can't hear these commentators.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll cut this.
All right. Yeah, nothing's getting cut. All right. Good luck to you, and see you on the other side.
Cool. So it's just you and me, Steve. We're going to call it out as soon as we see it, and hopefully that syncs up with what the people see.
Hopefully. What do you think lead-wise?
I think, Sableye is always a good lead in all circumstances.
Yep.
Daddy might see that he has potentially a better Trick Room than, or he's going to bring Uxie either in the front or the back, not sure, but potentially changing speeds is going to be very good here. I think it's a pretty physical team, and so Intimidate Tauros could be in the lead. But otherwise, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm expecting either Dusknoir or Sigilif to be in Prison Trick Room here, and one of them to come out. But no, just a Sylveon Dragonite.
The offense.
Into the, I assume, Sandrush Stoutland.
Yep. And yeah, it's not Intimidate. It's probably Sandrush.
Could be Scrappy. That wouldn't be unreasonable against Dusknoir, but
yeah,
here it's really threatening that Sandrush. So
James has tried to make that last resort set work. It would be good.
Weakness policy of Hippowdon.
Now, can it survive long enough to make use of this weakness policy? Oh, I think he's going to get some shots in. Oh, and the surf breaks the potential multi-scale, so that's a one-hit KO right there. Probably didn't need a crit.
Probably not. That's it's gonna be a hard challenge to live a +1 Sylveon plus whatever Dusknoir is gonna be doing. And if he's min speed, he will be going actually faster than a min speed Dusknoir. So the speed dynamics here between Hippowdon.
Oh, we got Sandred after you. It's so good. Another one-hit KO. Problem is, without after you, it's still a threat in Trick Room.
Yep. Now what are you gonna do? This Poliwrath is almost certainly faster than this Hippowdon.
Yeah. Hope you live. You hope you live.
Seen Surf after you. So this Stoutland is definitely the slowest Monote on the field right now, I would expect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we asked the question, how do you get a relatively slow-going team going faster? Well, weakness policy is one way. As long as you can keep living, keep hitting first, weakness policy is a great way to do it.
Also, the speed dynamic between Dusknoir. Oh, hello, Poliwrath.
Is this an Iron Ball? Well, it's potentially speed invested. Oh man, Giga Impact, nice.
They still didn't take out that Hippowdon critically there. So now it's a Dusknoir versus the world. It will be able to kill this Hippowdon.
Good protect. He's got to go after it. So yeah, a free turn to recharge.
Daddy's still got 2 Mons in the back here though. Dusknoir's great, but I don't think it's that great.
Yeah. I
Get
think Daddy's going to be like, he might just try to preserve information, but I think he has to reveal his last move here because nothing else is doing anything to Dusknoir.
On the Stoutland side, yeah, you're right. Could also just reveal that he's scrappy this whole time. No, he went first in turn 1. He's probably not. The
double protect, free turn. Snarl is the last move. It's fine here. It'll probably still get the job done.
Maybe he goes for the triple protect to keep preserving that info.
It appears to be free. Wait, we actually know that once Trick Room's over, the Hippowdon will get a free hit. Oh, he gets a triple! Brutal. I see Daddy laughing over there. That is good fortune.
You know you have it in the bag anyway, probably, based on what you have in the back. So just go for the triple protect so you don't even have to show what you brought. And there it is. Oh, and Andy reveals the Rocky helmet, too.
Rocky Helmet Dusknoir. Okay.
That was the first time it went off there, right?
Yeah. That was a strat. Does James's team likely have answers to this? Because nothing's faster than the Sandrush Stoutland, even a Scarfer.
If it's Intimidate Tauros, then at least it's only +1.
Yeah.
Could have Sigilif with Tailwind. To get
James is definitely not calm minding in game 2, right? He's got to start getting the damage down.
Yeah. There we go. We got game 2. Yeah, James is definitely the one that has to do the adjusting.
But he's got a lot of damage here, and a lot of it's got to be focused on the Stoutland. In general, James's draft that Daddy's piloting has a fair amount of shared weaknesses with Stoutland. It's pretty easy to have the right coverage for it. He had an Ice Punch. I bet we're going to see Energy Ball or something.
Like a superpower Dragonite is probably there too. Do we see any moves on Dragonite? Just Outrage.
Daddy's taunting. Easy game in the chat.
All right. What switch ups? No switch ups from James. Interesting. And no switch ups from Daddy. So it's all in the turn 1.
Yeah. So James went for an Outrage game 1. I don't think he can afford to. He needs to be attacking the Stoutland, or sorry, the Hippowdon. Now we could get some free damage here. We could get a Snarl Protect on Daddy's side.
Yeah, the problem with the Dragonite into Hippowdon is that this Hippowdon's physical bulk is really high. There's the Protect that you called in, the Snarl.
Yeah.
Call.
You just have to, right? Even if I know that could happen to me, like I have to the Hippowdon every time. It's just too dangerous.
Yeah.
Based on game one.
And that just bounces off that Stoutland. I don't think a Dragon Claw is doing nearly enough into a Hippowdon for it to be that much of a threat here. So there's the Surf activating the weakness policy. Probably a high horsepower or a Stone Edge going to come out.
Oh, I'm going to guess a Stone Edge. Yeah, so good protect by James. Keeping it around. So we're going to get at least probably 2 more Sylveon hits, right? Because the next one's probably going to be going at Dragonite. So they should have enough to stop the Stoutland, I get all the names mixed up. The Hippo from getting multiple KOs this time, I think.
Could also get an after you play. Let's see. Nope, just going for the Snarl. Stone Edge will still chunk this Dusknoir.
Maybe calls it. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, James is doing some smart protects here. James' favorite move in the game is protect.
It's a good move.
It's a pretty good move, for sure.
So he has gotten this into a good position for himself, James, even though... Okay.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big Giga Impact, though, with the high horsepower. He does live probably...
Trick Room. There it is. And it's either it's like a Iron Ball Poliwrath, or it's just min speed. Because it was going first before. Probably Iron Ball.
Which is right back out. And the pain split, get that health back up. High horsepower missed.
That's pretty impactful.
You get the pointless triple protect, and then you miss a high horsepower.
Pokemon is fair and balanced.
Now, I wonder if the Sylveon is slower than the Hippowdon.
Would be surprising. Yeah.
Oh, there it
Goodbye,
goes.
Sylveon.
And a
Slower?
Snarl.
Oh no.
Alchemy's better, to be
No
honest.
fear.
You know what? If this Dusknoir has Poltergeist, then it's really not doing much damage to this Hippowdon. Ice Punch isn't going to come.
Oh, good point. Yeah. It's all about whether Hippo protects at this point, right? Because James's team has the speed advantage right now. Just whether he's... Oh, calls no protect.
And down goes the beast. Ice Punch just tickling that Como. That is, could be like an Iron Defense Body Press kind of Como, perhaps.
That's a good point. I think that is a good possibility. Either that or a Clangorous Soul setup Como would be good here, because it doesn't seem like James's side has enough damage to break through it.
Yeah. I could see a double protect here coming out from Daddy just to get out of the last turn of Trick Room. But no, just a single.
And protect enough to eat one hit. Ancient Power, do we get a boost? We don't get a boost. Okay.
Wonder what he's got on that Omastar then. Normally you expect to see something like...
oh no! Okay. That might be the game right here.
I did not see a turn.
It was Clanging Scales double KO.
Oh, yeah, that's why I disconnected.
Yeah, Ko is good. With a Life Orb, too. Damn. Daddy with a 2-0.
Daddy's kind of playing out of his mind lately, eh?
Yeah. And I think what we saw was the benefit of information gap in Game 2, where we didn't have to even see what was in the back for Daddy in Game 1, and so he could kind of just come in with this Life Orb Como and catch him off guard, right? Because if James had saw it Game 1, he probably would have preserved his Sylveon more or done something about it, but no stopping a Life Orb Como when it's going first.
Yeah, that's a good point. He saw the Rocky Helmet. He saw the super slow Poliwrath, physical Dragonite. So he knew he was pretty safe to just lead the same thing.
Mm-hmm. We gonna get the guys back on the horn to talk about what just happened?
We're already here.
Woo! Back.
Dang. I knew I drafted a good team.
There are no losers, right? Either you get to...
Exactly. That's why this is the greatest possible exhibition format. Everybody gets to look smart.
Stoutland and Hippowdon is such a powerful combination.
Yeah, I was not particularly worried about Hippowdon in terms of dealing with Sylveon, and that was clearly at my peril.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, you gotta
Assault Vest,
bring-
weak armor, Omastar. Huh. So it could be procced by Surf as well. No, wait. How do you get weak armor going?
I just didn't
Right.
want to put Swift Swim,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
figured go first with it. Yeah, I was just kind of planning on bringing this in the back to finish things off and live probably 2 hits, from most things.
The weakness policy Surf was awesome and is something I thought about doing in the preseason and when I was drafting, and then never actually did. That was
Yeah, I considered like Assault Vest, Hippowdon. I considered like Life Orb or Choice Band, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just throw a weakness policy on it because Stoutland's gonna beat everything unless like Tauros is scarfed, right? Which you could have potentially run. Like that's something that I've run this season.
Yep.
But I'm like, let's try to get this weakness policy going and just go crazy with the hippo,
Yeah, I went pretty hard into Trick Room with most of it, with most of the team. I had Trick Room on 2 Mons. The Sigilif I never brought, but yeah, Iron Ball, minimum speed, Polyrath to outslow everything.
That caught us by surprise.
Yeah.
I was
So I
talking
predicted,
about
yeah.
Hippowdon and Dust Noir potentially being a interesting speed tier, and then Polyrath went first.
Yeah.
Iron Ball, there it was. Yeah, so I predicted Sylveon would be a big problem in this matchup, and looking at Daddy's team, like, there's only one move that hits it super effectively on the whole team, but 2 hippos is certainly better than 1 hippo. So, like, if Sylveon was able to survive, it would have made a big impact, but double hippo obliterated it both games.
Yeah, and the heavy slam is not even a calc I did. I was checking, like, Iron Head on Hippo, and then like Poison Jab off of Como-O, and then Sludge Bomb Tentacruel, and I was like, I'm living these hits, no problem. I can Calm Mind, I'm laughing. Get the Trick Room set up, and then that is not how the games went. But this was quite something. I
will say that I did have a little trouble prepping with this team, and I heard you guys say it like right before the match started when I came in to say that Showdown wasn't working. There's a lot of support options on this team, but even you can see in my paste here, like I had 3 strong attackers, but then the other 3 are very strictly support, right? I guess Stoutland has Giga Impact, but I did feel like a little pressed for offensive options.
Yeah, I think if we were playing best of 5 or best of 7, eventually, I think Daddy's team, piloted by James, could figure out a way to not get blown up by double hippo. But it was enough to steal 2 games, which is perfect for Draft League.
Yeah, totally. Well, this was a lot of fun. Thanks to all 3 of you guys for doing this. Your YouTube channels are all, down below. And maybe we can get some more exhibition stuff like this in the future, some more off-season stuff. We got playoffs coming up. Haven't had a chance to watch the playoff breakdown with Electric and Steve yet, but I got all evening, so maybe that's what I'll do with the rest of my evening.
Playoff content.
Yeah.
Keep it going, guys.
Big stuff coming.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having us, James. It was a lot of fun, man.
It was a lot of fun to do. Awesome.
Good night, gentlemen. Good night, America.
Good night.
Good night, world.